Hey everyone, Mark the Window Cleaner here. Welcome to my new series, Starting from Scratch, a window cleaner's guide to glass restoration. Now, this series, brought to you by windowcleaningresource.com, is going to be a little bit different than a lot of the series that you are used to seeing. See, the title of the show is called Starting from Scratch, and what that means, besides being a cute little pun, is that, like many of you out there, I've never done any kind of scratch repair. This is going to be a totally new thing for me, whether it be scratch repair, hard water stain removal that you can't get off with regular chemicals, graffiti. I never even thought in the past about removing graffiti, and like I said, I know absolutely nothing about it, just like many of you. So this series is really going to be about me taking you through the learning stages, taking you through the learning curve of actually doing the work. And you're going to learn along the way, just like I'm going to learn along the way. And it's going to be a really good video series where I give you information, you guys can ask questions after the videos get posted. Maybe the next episode I'll answer some of those questions. So I'm really looking forward to this little process that we're all going to go through together. And I can't continue without mentioning the fact that the system that we're going to be learning all this on is the GlassRenu system. And you can see I got the contractor grade system right here. They've been getting a lot of rave reviews as far as how their system works compared to systems in the past. I've done research on glass restoration, scratch repair, I think dating back to 2007, but all I kept hearing about are many of the technical problems about the other systems that were out there, and these were mostly what they call wet systems. I'd hear that the scratch hog might be good for this application, where the SRP is good for that application. You get optic distortion, problems with this slurry fluid that would go through the system would get too hot. I just got sick and tired of reading about all the technical problems. I didn't hear anything about ways to market it, pricing, what kind of money can be made here. So we're going to be talking about all that in this series. I'm going to be talking about marketing, pricing, how to fit this kind of work in your existing business model, because you might be like me, pretty much a one-man show, or you could be an employer of 30, 40 guys, and it's like, okay, well, how am I going to get this into my day-to-day routine, get it, teaching my guys or picking 2 or 3 that might be good to take this on and have this generate some serious income for you. So like I said, we're going to talk about that throughout this series. The remainder of this episode, though, I would like to take a look at the actual system that got shipped to me, and let's take a look at what we've got to look forward to in the next few weeks. First of all, as you can see, it's in this big rugged box. Thing weighs a fair bit, but fortunately it comes with a nice pull-out handle, some wheels on the bottom in which to roll it around, no problem, get to and from your truck. Like I say, it's pretty rugged. I can imagine you can drop this thing from quite a height and not have to worry about getting that much damage. It basically shipped to me the way you're seeing here, except with just a clear plastic wrap around it in a cardboard box. There was no additional padding at all. But as you can see, there's not a scratch on this. Again, no pun intended. It's got these heavy-duty handles on the sides. If you do want to, carry it or move it around inside your truck. And anyway, let's take a look at what's inside this bad boy. Okay, now that we've got this open up, you can take a look at the inside there. You've got lots of very, very thick foam padding, custom cutout for many of the different items that you're going to need with the kit. I guess starting from what first grabbed my attention opening up the case is this little info packet here. So you open this up, the first thing I take a look at, they've got pretty much just a quick overview of the system, and then a step-by-step sort of quick start guide of how to do scratch removal, graffiti removal, whatnot. You got 7 steps in here. On the back you have some quick reference tips. So already, just in this alone, you've been given a lot of information as to how to even go about fixing scratch glass today. It's all right here. But along with that, they also give you a nice little DVD with a bunch of videos, again going over the system, going through basic scratch removal, as well as a good question and answer session with a technician on different questions that many people who are thinking about this kind of system might have. How do you handle this situation, that situation? So really handy with that. Of course, you get the manual for the grinder, which is the Makita Grinder. So if you have any issues with that grinder, you've certainly got some operating manuals there. Now I just want to double back quickly to this quick reference tips, because one thing that in my studying about GlassRenu and their system, one thing that's always kind of struck me as real positive, I'm going to take you to step number 5. It says, no man is an island. While this may sound rather basic, it's perhaps the most important tip here. Never feel like you can't ask for help. And I mean, I could tell you, I could read the rest of that paragraph, but basically it comes down to this. I've seen a lot of interaction between the Cody and Cole at GlassRenu. They seem to be really on top of answering people's questions. The windowcleaningresource.com, on their forums, you can ask all kinds of questions about glass restoration and the GlassRenu system. They seem to really be on top of this kind of thing, of getting back to you with that answer, and that hits me very positively. Very good feeling about having a working relationship with a supplier. You don't want to feel that you're on your own, especially after purchasing a system like this, because it is an investment. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the stuff that you're going to get with this kit. First and foremost, everybody's going to probably want to take a look at the grinder itself. Now, like I said, this video series is called Starting from Scratch. I've never done any of this work before. I've had this kit in my possession for almost a week now, and I haven't even tried it because I want you to witness me trying it for the first time. So you'll see that probably in the next episode. But here's the Makita Grinder. It's got the handle on there. Some people don't want to use the handle, from what I understand. Some people like the handle. But we'll take a look at that. You have a hex key that allows you to take off the handle or make adjustments to it. That goes into the kit here. You've got your stiff wire brush here, and that's for tapping on the pads to get glass stock off. You don't actually brush it, you tap vigorously on there. We'll be taking a look at all this too down the line. You've got your rasp tool, which is used for roughing up your polishing pad. Every once in a while you want that polishing pad to, because it's going to get gummy with the polish and everything, you're going to want to roughen that up. Of course, when working, you're always going to want to use a dust mask. This is an N95 rated dust mask. It comes with one. Obviously, down the line you're going to replace it. These don't last forever, but you can pick this up at any hardware store. Okay. They give you a couple of products and bottles here. They got the actual polishing compound that you're going to use during the last stage, as well as a refinishing, a glass, sort of a high quality glass cleaner for you to wipe down the repaired area. Comes with 3 different size polishing pads, various size and strength rated grinding pads, depending on what type of repair you need to make and what size repair. You might have a large area or you might have a small area. We're going to take a look at when would you look at one size versus the other. If you're doing curved glass, from what I understand, you can do some automotive glass repair. There's a whole other market there, and you'll have to know how to, do pad selection, because obviously you're going to need the pad to always stay flat against the surface. And obviously, some sizes might be better than others. Very important tool to give you here is a non-contact temperature gun. It's infrared, and you can measure the glass temperature as you're working. Always stay within the safety parameters there. And of course, you got the different size backing pads, which will get attached to the Makita Grinder. You get 4 sizes. You get I think it's 3, 5, 6, and 8. Oh, there's the 3-inch there. So you've got choice depending on the type of repair you're doing, the size of the repair you're doing. Basically, as the manufacturer states, GlassRenu, you've got pretty much everything you need right off the bat to start cleaning up to 500 square feet of surface damage. Obviously, this is going to be variable depending on the user, the level of damage and whatnot. But you know, they say between 400 to 500 is a pretty safe bet. Okay, so there's the system. You know, I've talked about what we're going to be going over in different shows. As these videos get posted, I encourage you to ask questions, and you know, hopefully it's something that I've already been thinking about implementing in a follow-up show. But if it's not, it's certainly something that I can ask GlassRenu or discover myself, even you know, learning how to work with the system. So, you know, I encourage you all to follow the show. We're all going to learn together, and hopefully you too can incorporate glass restoration into your business. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.